Welcome to Muscles and Malpractice, your weekly dose of fitness, health, and everything between.
Hello.
I'm one of your hosts, Andrew Bustos.
I'm Dr. Martin.
Doctor.
You're still kicking.
Dude, tell me about your day. What did you do today? Did you just hang out at the house? You just hung out at the house, didn't you? You're like, taking today off.
Around. Yep.
I just put my scrubs on for the podcast. Just went in and put them on, just lounging.
I just had to kind of put the costume on for a second, act like I do a lot for every day.
Yeah, you remember it's my hobby. That's what I do for my hobby was going to be just become a doctor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
hobby.
just do a little OBGYN on the side.
Yeah, just do the thing
hustle
on the side. I don't even want to do it for a real job.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal, right? Like, I'd be a podcaster first, and then maybe a little OBGYN on the side.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the way I see it. I don't know why. Like, see, that's the thing with you. You come on here, you look beautiful as always, and I know that you've been up since forever, and you've been talking forever, and you have all these patients that you have to deliver.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, actually today there was like back to back. So you're referring to the fact that I had 2 deliveries scheduled for today, and then I in fact had 2 more people on top of that delivered today. So 4 beautiful babies coming into this world. And the end of that day was, I mean, I was sweating by the end of it, honestly. So it was like my second workout after we got to the gym this morning and hung out.
Man.
Yeah. That's Monday for you.
Well, because I remember you one of our, it was like the podcast before this episode, but you were talking about how, maybe I schedule somebody at this time, and then so-and-so walks up and says, hey, can you see me today? And then we walk in here, and then, you know what? I had a laceration of the wrist or the elbow or whatever the heck you said. And you're like, oh crap, I got to do this. Because what I thought that doctors always did, you guys just hung out on the doctor's lounge, play some ping pong and, make us wait.
Yeah. Like they call the receptionist and they're like, let me see if he's available. And I'm
exactly. Like, you're over there chilling out, playing video games in the lounge with all your pals.
Nah, man. I know myself too well to not bring video games to work. I would get too distracted. Like, oh, I have a few minutes here. Let me just turn the switch on real quick.
So yeah, I got you.
Got
him, guys. We got him. He's playing video games in the back room.
I just said
Nintendo.
I don't do that.
He's probably be like, get him, shoot, blue, gun.
In fact, it happened. I think there was one patient trying to see, like, they waited hours, right? Like and that sucks. But
we got them. Yeah. You got them, right? You did it.
We got them.
Everybody's healthy. Babies are happy
coming into this world.
They're going wah. And you know what? You know what I love about you as a doctor, Dr. Martin, and whenever you like what I picture. I've never been in a delivery room with you, but what I picture, because I have been in a delivery room, but what I picture you doing is like, as soon as that baby comes out, you're like, baby, out. Done. See you later. Love.
Bruh,
much love.
Have you really never talked to your wife about the delivery I took care of where she was at?
No, I don't want to get into that one. That's not
okay. I mean, I just like hate that because that was like one of my favorite deliveries of all time that your wife was there for.
It
was not, in fact, your wife.
Good. She was there for her daughter. I get it.
That was a great delivery.
I'm good. You guys. I'll let you 3 live that in your own world, and I'm out. I don't even want to know. Don't even want to hear about it.
I just, I am not like, here's your baby. Nice doing business with you.
Yeah, nice doing cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
I think without fail, since I've started in Abilene, and that's been 8 years now, I have never not hugged the dad, which I do that every delivery after everything's all said and done, everything's good. I go over and I make that guy who does not want to be touched. I will come over with arms already going for it because I am gonna hug him.
You're like, come here, come here, buddy.
And then I always tell the mom, I'll catch up with you later to give you a hug. You're kind of you've done enough today. Don't need to kind of like you're getting all like they're tired. They've done their work for the day.
Man, yeah, because those dads are all pissed off at you because they're like, oh my gosh, Dr. Martin's so sweet and so cute and so good looking, and he's just a sweetheart. And the husbands are like, meh, he looks like a kid from 90210. Yeah.
I yeah, I mean, I think nobody ever believes that I actually am from Texas, but the
I
guys out
don't.
here are actually surprisingly, like, I would say some of the biggest, scariest looking dudes are always the biggest teddy bears and the best fathers to be, etc.
Truth.
But
Truth.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I can already see that you're trying to
No,
early
I'm
on
not
into
trying to
this
do anything.
episode.
I'm not doing anything. You're just trying to we're talking about you today. So get to know Dr. Martin
No, no,
part
no.
2. Question 1. What is your ideal vacation?
So this episode is already a shortened version we planned on because of all the hectic stuff going on with me right now professionally as I make a transition. And because of that, you're already getting a little off the hook with not a full hour.
Question 2. If
So
you colors,
back
if your
to
favorite color,
today's agenda. It is get to know the enigma, the man of mystery,
the Green Lantern.
the man that takes 5 years to call you friend,
Nah, a little longer.
the dude that I have enjoyed getting to know almost more than anybody else in my life, despite him trying his best to not get close with me.
Myself,
Yeah.
Dr. Stuart
I'm
Martin.
still getting to know myself too, dude. But Andrew Bustos, I feel like, is somebody that a lot of people love here in the city of Abilene. And I think you'd be a good subject of some interesting kind of like character questions, right?
Oh man, this is awful.
So,
Question 3. What are your favorite scrub colors? 1, go. I
what
prefer
in your
pink.
hobby of being an
Pink.
OBGYN?
I would like to wear pink every day. Pink, pink.
Dude, I wear hot pink, man, for October. Ask my patients anytime.
What
Breast
happens in
cancer
October? What's in
awareness,
October?
bro.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right. That's
Real
right.
men
Right.
wear pink.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, question 1. If you could switch lives with a historical figure for a day, who would it be and what would you do?
Okay, I'm going to tell you the first thing that came to my mind. Are you ready? Ben Franklin. That's what popped in my head, bro.
Really?
Benjamin Franklin. Yep.
Why? You want to be over in France and get the syphilis and
Yeah,
everything?
bro. I can bring on the
Okay.
gonorrhea. Yeah. That's what, yeah.
When do you want to be Ben Franklin? You're going to be in for a day.
Just for a day? Dang.
Yeah, so like you got to pick the best.
Didn't
He
he-
wasn't even a president, you
Didn't
know
he
that,
write?
right?
But that's what it popped. I'm just telling you what popped in my head. But didn't he
Okay.
write like the Declaration of Independence or something? You know.
I
Didn't he
mean,
help
he's
write it?
considered
I mean,
one of the nation's founding fathers. I believe he helped with it.
he was all like, "Hear ye, hear ye."
Thomas Jefferson did a lot more of that.
Tom
than anybody.
J.
Yeah.
But you were
Benjamin Franklin invented stuff like the bifocals, fire department
Dang
idea
it.
kind of came from him. Like he had all these like little smart things that he added to society.
Nah, okay. Let's next. Let's see.
Okay, so
Let me
I
think about
pick
this.
a real
Hold
one
on.
then.
Let me think about this. If I
You're
could
probably
be a
gonna be like
historical
Wesley
figure,
Snipes during Blade.
dude, Blade, Blazer, Laser.
Okay, I'm not gonna interrupt.
Okay, so historical, but you said his history. I was thinking historical, like Abe Lincoln, maybe like a Benjamin Franklin, maybe like a
Could be.
Nolan Ryan, maybe like a,
I think you got to do before Nolan Ryan. I think we got to be like pre 1970s.
Gosh, your
That's
question
not
is
even that
this is the
hard.
lamest question. This is lame. I was asking you like what your dream
Now,
vacation is and what
we're
you want to do
starting on
for
easy mode.
gosh,
There
like
are like
favorite
a few that I
color.
cannot wait to have you have to answer.
Let's see. Okay, historical figure. Historical figure. All right, president. Nah, I don't want to be a president. Governor. No, don't want to be that. Historical figure for a day, bro.
For a
Just for a
day.
day. This is awful. Just for a day. So I can't really be like MLK because it wasn't like that wasn't a good one. I'd feel bad
I
doing
mean,
that.
the I have a dream speech would be probably a pretty cool thing to have done.
That is pretty cool,
You know?
but he also he also faced a lot of backlash and stuff, man. I don't know. I couldn't walk
Fair
his
enough.
shoes. I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
walk his
want
shoes for a day.
yeah. Got you,
Couldn't do
got
it.
you. Okay,
Couldn't
so
do
I
that.
still haven't heard an answer yet.
Oh gosh. Let's see. For a day, what would you say for a day?
The tough thing is like it'd be so easy if someone was famous for actually killing Hitler. Because like the first thing that comes to my mind always is like, oh, kill Hitler. That's what I'd do. Um, but maybe one of the like, I mean, I don't know. These questions are for you. I feel
Betsy
like.
Ross. I
Eh,
got it. Betsy Ross. That's who I'd be.
I, I do think it would be cool to be one of the founding fathers
Oh
during.
wait, she didn't do who sang the who wrote the Star Spangled Banner? Was that Betsy Ross?
No, she.
She was the one that made the
First off, I feel
flag.
like that's been told and been understood to be not how it works. But Betsy
Whatever,
Ross,
dude. Betsy Ross, right there. That's who I want to be.
you want to be Betsy
Oh,
Ross and make the flag.
Jose. She's
She
like,
didn't write the.
bro.
She
She's
didn't
like,
write the
if you could see me,
anthem. She
she's like,
like made the
oh,
flag,
Jose,
dude.
holy cow,
Oh
Jose.
my
Really, she was yelling at Jose. She's like, Jose,
god,
get out of the way, Jose.
bro. Have you seen any of these memes and funny sayings about like people being all about deport everybody, and then they're like, I better not hear a single one of them say Cinco de Mayo on May 5th.
Dang. Well,
Kind
Cinco
of
de
funny,
Mayo is a
dude.
made-up holiday, right? But I know there's something that happened in Mexico on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
But it is a
but it's
made-up.
not
But
Mexican independence.
right?
That
No, no,
is
no.
just a travesty that
No,
people
that's
understand it
September
that way.
16th, right? September 16th, I believe. Something like that. But anyways, I
Sure.
think it is.
Yeah, I just know that
But
it
Cinco de
sounds.
Mayo was a made-up holiday by Americans, so everybody would drink margaritas and drink beer and
Is it
have party.
really?
Yeah, yeah, it's not a real thing. I do
I
know that I do remember reading in history and kind of asking,
I think you may be
but I
right.
think the Santa Anna or somebody, Santa Anna during that
Santa
time,
Ana, Mexico's Napoleon.
yeah, he was like it was against the French. So it was whenever the French had like something and then the Mexicans came in and they beat up the French and they won a battle. That's like what happened on Cinco de Mayo.
You know, I just remembered you are a history major for your
Yeah,
undergrad
but
degree.
it's been a long
That's
time.
kind of impressive, dude. No, I think you're right. They kind of tied it into another holiday,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
but it's not really like, a
yeah,
holiday,
Mexicans
but
in Mexico are not like
Americans
all about
decide to
it.
party and they're like, you know what, Cinco de Mayo, buy some beer.
I
Beer,
like
beer,
that
beer.
excuse better than the freaking greeting card holiday of Valentine's, man. That one,
Valentine's, you're talking about
mm,
Valentine's?
talking about
Valentine's Day,
Valentine's.
I every day is Valentine's Day for me. Every day. And every
It
woman
is.
said, meh,
Yeah, I
meh.
always owe my wife everything.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to a much better question. Mm.
Mm.
What's the most bizarre talent you have that no one knows
Nose?
about?
I
We
don't
can
have
say
it.
Kate knows about it. Like nothing too weird, all right?
I don't know, dude. I'm not one of those people like you. You probably like play the guitar or serenade like a harp. I feel like you're a harp guy. Like you're like harping it. You're like,
No.
at night, and you're like, sail away, sail away.
I don't even know what my most bizarre one would be.
I
I
don't
don't
have
have
one.
all these like little like weird things I can do. Like I can't my mom could like wiggle her nose and her ears and stuff. You know what I mean? Like little body tricks, I guess. Like
Oh, well, we talking body tricks. If you're talking that, yeah.
I'm just saying like some people can make their tongue into a W. What the heck?
Nobody will understand the reference. But, you know, I don't know, man. Anything that I do, I'm pretty, sports was my thing.
Yeah.
Uh gosh, what have I done? What do I do? I have filmed a wedding before. I have filmed a
Okay.
wedding. I
That's
do
not a weird talent. I'm really
That's
gonna
pretty
need you to
weird,
go
dude. That's
deeper
pretty
for me.
weird.
I'm
Uh
gonna need
a
something
weird
better.
talent. Like, say I don't have the, like some people can do their tongue thing or like with the
All right.
like three little patterns, or they can like take their tongue to touch the nose or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't got any of that. I'm pretty basic. Like it's just I have no special talent. I have nothing that is.
That's not true. I don't believe.
No,
Could you ride a skateboard?
no. Skateboards are loser things. Loser,
Oh.
loser,
Oh.
loser. No, that's like hard to do. I can barely ride my
I can
dang
barely walk every
walk,
day.
dude. You know how that is.
Ah.
Yeah, that's tough. See, because I never
You
really
know
had an
what's sad is
opportunity to
as you
do
get
anything.
older, I feel like you stop doing so much like different stuff. I
Yeah.
know Katie sometimes is kind of like blown away when Like we'll go bowling or something. She's like, "How the hell can you actually bowl?" But like, I don't consider that a weird
Yeah,
talent.
I can bowl like a champ.
Yeah. But
I'm
it's
a
like,
pretty good
you
bowler.
just don't, nobody knows that about each other until suddenly you're at a bowling alley once in
Yeah.
every 5 years. And so I don't know. This one is a lot harder, I think, for older people because again, we almost that and that's sad to me. Like we should be sitting there trying to wiggle our ears here and
But
there.
I think what happened with our little generation too, and I think our parents were, we didn't really grow up. We did grow up with the internet, but not as much as this generation has.
No,
So I
it's
think,
the only one where we had it both ways.
yeah, so we definitely, I was like career driven, so I never really had time to like do something else. Like I never, as a trainer, you were waking up early and then going to
Yeah.
bed early. So that was my big thing. It was like I could drive really fast. I could I could get to the appointment on time. I
You
could
know
say
what?
thank you.
You know what? You talking about that way reminds me of Danny McBride and Eastbound and Down, where he's like, "Why would I go to the gym? I don't want to be the best at exercising. I play baseball." Like,
Exactly. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, but I always
okay,
wanted to play the guitar though, but I tried playing the guitar for a little while and then I kind of went to it's hard. Like you have to really devote time to it, but I could do some chords. I could play like a little song here and there, but other than that, it's gone. It's
you
gone.
didn't bring any of that up last week, and then you said you wanted to be an OBGYN
That's what I
instead.
wanted to be, dude. OBGYN. Like you think it
Yeah,
what?
I had a few guitars, and I feel like everybody gets to that point where like, damn it, this is harder than in my mind where I'm just shredding metal in front of a big
Yeah,
crowd of
dude, this ain't no
people.
air guitar competition on
It's
ESPN
kind
The
of a
Ocho.
lot more impressive after you try it yourself.
Yeah. So get to know
Okay.
me. I have no special talents. Move on.
Well, I think one that I really want to hear about, and I think a lot of people would be interested in too, is what does the guy, the guru of fitness and exercise, what's your favorite guilty pleasure snack that you'd never admit to loving, but now you're gonna?
Oh, never meant to loving, dude. My favorite snack that I never have are spicy Cheetos, bro.
Bro,
Spicy
I
Cheetos.
bought those literally on
Gosh,
our road trip to Weatherford, man. I like
dude.
honestly, I can't help myself sometimes. They're
Dude,
so
spicy
good.
Cheetos are like my
Puffs are
kryptonite.
crispy.
No, crispy, bro. Puffs are like
Ah,
it's
bro,
like
I love
puff,
me
puff,
them puffs, bro.
puffs if you're a child. Crunch if you're a man. That's what I feel about
Okay.
that.
All
Yeah.
right, we went there.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Hey mom, can you pass me the puffs, please?
The puffs are
Can you get
definitely
the
harder to
puffs over
find
here? I need the puffies.
because they're more valuable.
Yeah, yeah, because it just reminds you of like a gold little like trinket. It's like, pass the gold, please, mother.
I just like it because it kind of like lasts a little longer. Like, you're not just like,
Oh
it's
no,
like you
dude,
just
that
kind of like
crunch. See,
lightly.
that's probably why we're two different people because you like that puffy stuff. And I like the
Well,
crunchy
my
stuff.
dad at any gas station will always get the freaking pork rinds or whatever. I
Dude,
had some
chicharrones, ese,
chicharrones at
chicharrones.
the
Yeah.
Perini's, Buffalo Gap, little
Dude, me and your
cafe
dad
there.
are best friends now. Yep. He probably gets the crunchy Cheetos too. He's like, "Don't pass me them puffs. Throw them away." You
I
should.
think
You
you're
need to ask
actually
him.
right.
I
I
know
think
because
you're
we're both
right.
men. That's why we're both
Okay,
men.
let's
Exactly.
calm down
Yeah.
just a little there.
Next.
All right, another one. If you were a superhero, but your superpower was completely useless,
Oh, great.
what would it be?
Completely useless superpower. I
You
guess.
gave me one. I tried to kind of like make this like a tit for tat. Like I tried to do my best to kind of bring in things that would catch you off guard that you did to me.
I guess it'd be something that's like that would make kids laugh or make people happy. I guess it would just be like Jubilee's power of shooting fireworks out of my hands.
Yeah, I feel like that was in like maybe Suicide Squad or somebody like that. Like they've had a few through Marvel and DC where there have been these superheroes. It's like I can literally kill everyone in the room with me, but I also die at the same time that one time.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's like
spots
that
or
kind of
something. Yeah,
sucks. Right?
yeah. I
Like
think probably like shooting like fireworks or something or out of my hand so people would be excited. It'd be like at a party or at the end of something that's happening. You're like, hey guys, guess what? Wait till sundown. Here it comes.
Well, okay. So I like that one because aside from Jubilee's firework thing supposed to actually be able to hurt things, I don't believe that. Like they are fireworks. F that. You're shooting Roman candles. It's basically a useless skill. And
Yeah.
and what is the use of that? So I started thinking right now too. I'm like, what would be something I want that's like, minuscule? And it's basically the ability to like take anything from anything I'm looking at and put it on something else. If that makes any sense. Like with tech, I get so like my life is constantly copy pasting or taking this document and scanning it and putting it into there or like copying something from OneNote and putting it over somewhere else. Like I just wish like I was like the master file mover translator, but that's actually really useful. Like
Well,
so
that could also be like, I wish I could read a book and read it and just go like really quickly and just and
you
absorb
know
all
what
the
I wish I
information.
could do? Never have to do any type of grooming again. Because that's pretty fucking useless, but like then you don't have to go to the barber, then you don't have to cut your fingernails, then you don't have to like shave beyond where you want your beard to be at. Like I just
Mhm.
find that stuff like really kind of like it's necessary, but
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't have that issue with my face. This took like
Well,
3 weeks to grow right here.
is that really?
Hmm. Can you see it? 3 weeks. Not like you, where you're like,
Bro, I had a 5 o'clock shadow in like seventh grade.
we know, dude. It's all right. You definitely hit the puberty bucket first. Puff, you little Cheeto puff boy. We
Yeah,
like it.
the Cheeto Puffs help, man. All those
I know,
chemicals. Red dye number 5.
dude. And here's your politics comment of the week.
Okay. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had that you
Man,
still remember?
that's
PG-13.
weirdest dream. Like I don't. I know I dream, but I don't dream that I remember very much anymore.
Yeah, I think men don't tend to as much, and I think you have to actively try to work at it. I've noticed in certain periods of my life, I'm much better about dreaming and also remembering the dream. Women do tend to do it much more. Katie definitely is the type to be like, I was in a pool of jello last night, and or I'm mad at you this morning because you
yeah,
cheated on me
yeah,
last
you
night in
son
my
of a
dream.
gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So, but you gotta give me something.
All right. Well, I don't really have. I guess probably the dreams that I remember is flying. I have flown in my dreams, and you're not supposed to be able to fly in your dreams, but I did, and I have many times. Like I will
I thought
fly.
you can't fly in your
I
dreams.
don't think so. I don't think you're supposed to. Like most people don't fly. It's like people with high intellect, people that are superior to others. You know what I
Oh,
mean? You
right,
know how
right.
that is.
Master race over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mastery. You don't like when I'm like I say superior things. I don't feel like you. You're like, oh
Well, I
really?
feel
Oh, I
like it
delivered four
somehow
to
just
five
happened to
babies
be.
today. I
I
delivered
did
5 babies. I brought life into the world. What'd you do? Dream to fly?
right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
Just
anyways, I'm flying, and I guess I just know how to fly. But here's the funny
I
thing.
guess I just know.
I guess I just know. But here's
I
the
guess
funny
I'm just
thing.
the best.
Here's
Like,
here's the weird thing about it. I only fly like 2 inches off the ground. Like
bro, that is not flying. So you
I'm
literally
flying, bro.
just
I'm flying 2 inches off the ground.
that
Okay,
is your
6 inches maybe.
that is the perfect useless superhero power. Why
No,
did you
bro,
not?
six
I
inches
can
like I'm
fly, but only
gliding.
6 inches off the ground.
I'm like
That's like,
gliding. I'm like,
all right,
"Whoa."
glide, dude. Like, we could
How
still
do I
get
know it's
you.
6 inches though off the ground? Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. Oh
It's
goodness, and
really
everybody.
7 inches.
It's really 8 inches. Give me that 8. Oh, I turned
um,
on this little light thing.
I gotta tell you, like one of the things for me, if is that it? You just fly 2 inches off the
Yeah, dude,
ground.
you're more interesting. Let me turn this off. How do I turn
No,
this off?
I'm not more interesting. I think I have more of a classic trope for people because I know talking to this came up about a week or two ago where I was talking about how I still to this day, at least once or twice a year, will have a dream where I am like dying of anxiety because I basically am blowing off a class in undergrad or med school and not going to it and not studying. And then it's the final, and I'm
Oh,
sitting there in the
yeah.
chair. And I wake up and it literally, I would love to have a camera on me when that happens because I have to wait like 30 seconds to be like, you're you're a doctor who's a
Yeah.
full board certified, full on. That's your whole life. Like you are not going to school or will ever have to again. But there was so much fear and like I don't know. To this day, it is like probably my most persistent dream through life.
That is funny because I do have dreams that I miss an English class
Mhm.
in college. So I'm not able to graduate.
Yes,
But
I
in the
mean very
dream,
similar.
but I
Yeah.
keep skipping the class. Like I keep
Hmm.
skipping it in my dream. I'm like, dude, I missed that class. I haven't gone at all.
Guess I'm not doing it this
How am I
year.
gonna pass? And yet I did, I'll wake up or I'll be in the dream going, dude, you have a degree. What are you doing? Like you don't need to. But I'm like, no way. I have to get to a computer and I have to check my grade, but I can't even log into the computer because I don't
Yes.
know my credential. Nobody will help me.
Right. And I'm like, am I actually in like that has happened to me in the last couple times of it. It's like you're right. I'm like literally in the dream still, almost like trying to fight with like this inner id versus ego about like, is this me or is this like the past? Like it's crazy to me how that I think that emotion and that like time in our lives is just so like you thought like you were if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, like it was going to be the end of your life. And
Oh yeah.
somehow that still like speaks to how we feel about making sure our careers stay on track and everything else. It's like the most typifying kind of experience of our lives in our early days.
Yeah, for
It's crazy.
sure. Yeah, I have those. I guess I do have those dreams a lot where I do think, how the heck am I going to get through this class? Or how come nobody told me? Why didn't anybody say anything? Or even like playing basketball or sports or something. Man, coach, I'm ready to play. And they put me in and I win the game. And I'm like, see, I told you, you should have put me in earlier. And then I win and I wake up and I'm
And
like,
then you wake up sad that you're
yeah,
not
I'm like,
playing.
what the heck? I just won. I just won state.
All
My
right, Uncle Rico,
Yeah, I just did
chill
it.
out
So,
here.
there's my girlfriend over there. Guess what? I can't even talk to her anymore. I don't know her name. She's in the dream.
Oh, bro, you can't even remember your high school girlfriend's name.
No, dude, the girl in the dream, she's fake. I don't know. Maybe I had a
Oh yeah,
girlfriend
that's
in the
that old
dream.
thing of like you were there, but it wasn't really you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yep.
right. Hmm. I just want to know this one to hear what you're gonna say because it's not even fair for you. If you had to live in a video game world for a week, which one would you choose?
GTA 3, baby.
Oh my
Grand
god.
Theft Auto 3.
You're like free guy, huh? You want to like live that out?
Yeah,
Did
dude.
you
Put
see
me in
that
there.
movie?
Yeah, I like that
That's
movie.
pretty good.
That is
Yeah.
me in the game for sure. I wouldn't know what to
GTA
do
3.
or where to go. Oh,
That's a good answer.
you've shown me all your games. I don't know. You showed me your little games one time, and I was like, I don't even know what to do in this game. But I did play Grand Theft Auto 3.
Cyberpunk was what I showed you,
Yeah,
and
and I
it's a
never want to go
very
back there
new take
again. Never
on
want to go back there
GTA.
again. So you were
Man,
like,
it's
"Hey,
got
check this
Keanu in
out.
it, bro.
Watch this, man. This is so awesome. Check it out. You can like make food, or you can like hang out with people and
Yeah.
go and just hang out." And I was like, "Dang, Stuart,
I
this is
was
so
just trying to
awesome."
warn you in advance because I know you have impressionable children who play games and being like, dude, you cannot get this game for your son.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and just go in here, and
Just go
people
over
like to have
here.
fun in this area, and they're like, there's guys in this area, and they're hanging out. They're just
You know, it's just
buddies and
hanging, just
stuff.
being your friend
Yeah, you just bring
for
your
a certain amount of
friend,
money.
bring some ones and some twos.
Bring some ones. I kind of okay. There's like one or two more. I don't know how you're gonna respond to this one. What's the most random thing that instantly makes you happy?
Oh shoot. I was just talking about this the other day. Okay, so don't laugh.
Okay.
Saturday mornings, Drug Emporium. I like to go and look at
Love Drug
all the
Emporium.
energy drinks that they have available, and I love to pick at least two or three of them.
That like little cube they have out front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything. I even go to the back and see all the warm ones.
Bro,
And
I was just a little side real quick. I was literally walking through there recently in my scrubs and like this lady goes, "Excuse me." And I'm like, "Hey." And she's like, do you know if this is good for you or not? And I was like, what is
Better answer it,
happening right
bro. You
now?
got the scrubs on.
And
Come on.
now she's like 0 calorie vitamin water, but she was like right around that area where the energy drinks are. And I was like, nah. So we went to the label. I was like, no, this looks like it's pretty good for you, actually. Have a nice day.
Are you ever like, yes, I'm a doctor, you name somebody else just in case, you give somebody some poor advice.
Well,
You're
in
like, yes,
smaller cities, probably not a good idea to do that because it will come back around on you, I feel like. But
yes, I'm Dr. Willis of the South Hospital in town.
I'm Dr. Martin Stewart.
Oh, Dr. Martin Stewart. Last name Stewart, first name Martin.
I
Martin
think that
Stewart.
guy actually exists within a couple 100 miles of me, though, actually.
Yeah, you better watch
So
it, dude.
that
If
would
you're
work
listening,
well
thank you for
either.
listening, Martin
Thank
Stewart.
you, thank you for listening. Um,
Yeah, Drug Emporium, bro. You go over there and I buy something for the kids.
so literally, the energy drinks bring a twinkle to your
It
eye.
does because I get to go and look, and I like get to see them all, and like Gorilla Mind, and I love Bangs, and I love Rains, and I like to
Love
check all
them,
the
dude.
different flavors
Do
and
you think
stuff.
like these companies just like cycle through? They're like, all right, we're gonna have our moment in the sun, and then
Yeah,
they like fold it up, and they're like, all right, what's our new energy drink name gonna be? Like,
yeah.
just do it again.
Let's just do it again, and then everybody's like, "Dang, there's another new one. Oh
Uh,
crap, there's another one. Oh,
It
there's
like
another
literally
one."
doesn't stop. I had a new one at your gym today, dude.
It
Like,
doesn't stop,
what's
dude.
bum or what was
Bum
it?
energy,
Bum
welcome.
energy.
Just enough energy like your cup of coffee in the morning. Bum. Because you're a bum. I don't get it.
Okay,
I don't really
well, I
like the
mean,
bums. The bums are like skinny little cans. They're like really
they're
small.
kind of like a guy version of a Lonnie New.
Yeah, nah, I'm not doing a Lonnie New. Lonnie New you ladies can drink all the Lonnie News you want, but I like the big can. Give me that 16-ounce man of a can.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Andrew's such a chauvinistic pig. Why am I listening? Because we're men,
Dude,
okay?
Alani Nu makes a half can now, right? Like the
What?
ladies don't even like necessarily want that full skinny can. So
They're like, you know what? I need to cut down on my caffeine. I gotta cut down on it. I don't want my skin to get too skinny. I don't get it. My eyes. I don't want
the
them to
skin to get
be.
too skin.
Yeah, I
They
don't
would
want.
say that
Yeah, I
actually.
don't want my eyes to be so beautiful that they're too beautiful. I'm like, gosh, dang, women, man, women. I love you. I love
Honestly,
y'all.
yeah. I think the over fixation on intake of this or that at times does get a little bit more obsessive. Whereas for me, I almost can't function without 2 energy drinks a day, and I hope it's not gonna be the
It
end of
won't, dude.
me.
I see how many. Okay, so when I see a neurosurgeon pop it open, I'm like, you know what? I'm doing good today. I see a heart doctor being like, hey, I just got me a pre-workout. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm fine. I think we're fine. Okay, they're
Yeah.
popping them like no
If
other, and
it's
they're
your
good.
worst habit, like honestly, and again, you're like doing the things to counteract that for your health, right? You're not like a smoker and you're also doing cardiovascular exercise multiple times a week. Like you're kind of doing the protective effects back. Um, I just don't think caffeine from coffee is like somehow like because what I was used to in residency is like my attendings literally chugging coffee throughout the day. And that's not gonna like be really all that much better for you, honestly.
No, it's gross. Gosh,
It is
gross.
gross the way you have to drink it to be healthy about it, which is
Yeah, nasty.
no
Why would
cream
you
or
even do that?
sugar.
And I think about like I get this a lot when I have an energy drink. Someone always has to say something like those are bad for you, and my response wants to be, "So is that cheeseburger you got in your hand there, Chunky Larry? So is
I
that
can't hear you
cheeseburger?
throughout your chicken
Oh,
McNuggets right
I
now.
can't believe you're drinking that. Oh, it's 0 calories, bruh. But yet you just went through the drive-through about 4 times a day. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the fast food. I'm a guilty of that myself. Where it's like, let me get I'll have a number five with a diet soda. Give me a
Yeah, makes it
diet
better.
soda.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, can I
Um,
get the number five biggie size with extra on it, maybe
an
an
extra
extra
order of
patty,
fries
two
too.
more patties? Can you actually add an extra cheese layer on there too? But I'm trying to lay off the calorie intake, so I'll
Yeah,
go
so
with a
maybe like
diet
half
soda.
Coke, half Diet
Yeah,
Coke.
have
Only
easy
half
ice,
Coke.
easy ice, please. The ice has calories in it, so
Yeah.
easy. As
Yes.
you can tell, I get a little, because people definitely comment all the time on what I do. So I like to talk a lot of crap back to them in my mind. So I get to do it on here because you're listening, right? So
100%, and it doesn't even sound like a vent. I think sometimes I have to vent, and I definitely have to keep my mouth closed sometimes, especially to, like, all types of interactions, so I 100% get it. My staff at my clinic are like my pseudo therapists a little bit. They
yeah,
hear about everything,
I like that.
and they'll never say a thing.
Actually, I did hear something.
What?
Just kidding. They did say this the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah, well, I know which one you would get it out of normally if you get it out of anybody, and that'd be my, she literally sometimes ends up spoiling secrets or planned events that were, like, a surprise for people accidentally. So shout out to Carla, who is upset that she has never been mentioned on the show
All
too.
right,
So
Carla, that's twice.
yeah,
Carlita, we'll call
here
her
you
Carla.
go. You
There you go,
wanted
Carla.
mention, it's
Carla, Carla,
happened.
Carla, 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 Carla.
She's doing good in the gym, man. You see her regularly, yeah?
Yeah, apparently, I said hi to her the other day, and it wasn't what she wanted how to me to say hi. So, hello, Carla.
Oh,
How
yes.
are you? Buenos dias, esta noche. All right.
All right. I have two more. One I think is going to take 1 second.
All right, let's hear it.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be? Oh, come on. I thought for sure. Okay, he's talking about John Cena, whatever
Can you
that
sing? Can
song's
you sing it
called.
for? I know you can sing it. Come on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dude, play it.
And
Hey, you need to play it. Can you find it? We got to put it on there so
I
people
don't
can
think we
hear it.
can play the
Come
audio,
on,
man.
play
Isn't
that.
that
We
trademarked?
can't play the art. I don't. Who cares?
Oh, well, okay, hold on. We'll look
Nah,
up
you
that in the
can't.
background. I will get that address.
You
But
can't. We can't
you
look that up. We can't.
really shocked me
What do you think
with,
I was gonna say?
come on, man. There's like one song that you had, boom. I thought first sure you'd be like,
That was the
oh,
second
Darude
one.
Sandstorm.
Get your glow sticks.
Well, okay, so then I'm gonna come back at
Let's hear
you
it.
with,
Let's hear it. What do you got? What's your
well,
little theme song?
well, remember, I'm not a wrestling fan. Although America apparently is more of a wrestling country than ever has been. You said WrestleMania set records this year,
Yeah,
yeah?
don't be Kurt Angle in it. Don't you dare put Kurt Angle on. I
So
can't stand his song. It's like
I
the
would I
loserest
would sit
song
down. That's a
ever.
deep cut, and I feel like it's this weird thing for me where I do like the Kurt Angle song. I would say honestly, the song that I feel like typifies me, because I do believe I am that, is Hulk Hogan. I am a real American, bruh.
Oh no.
And you can't take that away from me.
Oh gosh. Okay, that's for the next segment because I can't.
Now, he and I may not agree on what a real American is, but
I am a real American.
okay, let's see if we can
Fight
get
for
this
the
bad
rights
boy.
of every man. I am a real American. Fight
I
for
think
right.
I got it, dude.
Dude, I can't hear it, but I'm sure they can.
No, I'm getting it queued up here. Here we go.
Mm, mm, mm,
All
mm,
right.
mm,
Here we
mm,
go, guys.
mm, mm.
Apparently, John Cena has broken hearts
John Cena.
all over the
Let's see.
world with his
We got to see if it
heel.
plays at all. Maybe it'll play. And if you don't know who John Cena is, that's it. You better
Also,
press
share audio.
stop right
Yes,
now.
dude.
Press stop because watch, they're about to what?
Dude, I did not like him back in the day. Honestly,
Play
I
it,
have
play it.
liked him since he got
Oh,
real big. But
the time is now, baby.
oh my god, dude,
The
it's
time is
so
now. That's my jam.
ridiculous.
That's my son's walk up to bat song. Okay, that's his walk
Because
up bat song.
your son idolizes you,
Whatever,
and
dude.
like honestly, like anything that you think is amazing, which it's hard to get enthusiasm out of you. That's why I feel like you are such an interesting person to know. You have to
Mm-mm.
peel a million layers back.
See, it's like
Yeah.
onions, dude. I'm like Shrek. It's like an onion. You
I
know,
thought he liked, what was that football song he liked?
football song.
Um, bruh. I remember you play it whenever they're like doing stuff good for the Cowboys
Oh,
games.
it's the boy. It's like the we are the boys or we. Oh gosh, it's an
It's like
older
they're
song.
not ready for us or something
Something
like
like
that,
that.
right?
Yeah. Come on,
Dude, I
it's
don't
like The
even.
Boys. I'm gonna listen to it later, and everybody's on there. And it's like it's The Boys. Here come the boys.
Like, honestly, again, everything about kid culture now is like so memeable and like, oh, you do the gritty or you do this thing and you do this little song and it just like never goes away.
Never will ever listen, Linda. Listen.
Okay, final question. Doesn't really fit you that well, but I would be interested to know this. We don't talk about this. What if you were stuck in a sitcom, which one would it be? The Office is not a sitcom.
Dude.
I knew you were gonna
Uh,
try to say that like right away, so that's not a sitcom.
so what's a sitcom? Like Full House?
A situational comedy. So
Oh
again, it
god.
can't be these like real
Parks and
documentary.
Recreation.
Huh?
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec is not a sitcom. They act with the camera there.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Is it a
Oh,
sitcom?
lame. Yes,
Family
that is a
Matters.
sitcom. Family
Full
Matters? What, you want to
House.
be Steve Urkel?
Full House. Did I do that?
I,
Gosh,
I
a
didn't.
sitcom. Sitcoms. I never like Dawson's Creek. Is that a sitcom?
Dude, that's like a rom. What are those called? I don't even know
I
what
don't
those are
know,
called. Like, I
but
think
put
they're
me
called
in
like
there.
nighttime soap
Put me
operas.
in that sitcom then. I'm in that nighttime soap opera.
Did you watch Dawson's Creek? No,
Don't
you didn't.
don't tell him. Okay, so here's my secret. It's coming out.
You
I used
watched
to watch
Dawson's Creek?
Dawson's Creek
You fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. Bleep.
because you take that back right now. While you were out there, playing with your computers and stuff, your video games,
Yeah.
I was watching Dawson's Creek after basketball, football practice because Joey Porter, because that was her name, Potter was Joey Katie Holmes.
Yeah, I know who she is.
That's why I watched it, dude. It got intense, okay? And Pacey
Yeah, I was just about to
and
say the only other
Dawson.
name I could even say is Pacey,
Yeah,
and
dude. There
that
was
was
some drama,
what's his
bro. You
name,
know what? Being 16 years old was tough for them. It wasn't exactly like
bro.
my 16-year-old year or my high
Oh
school
my
year. Definitely
gosh.
not the same.
I
Definitely
can't
wasn't
believe
their
you watched that, dude.
vocabulary.
Let me guess, did you watch it with a lot of your guy friends?
No, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
watched
know
it with
you
by
didn't.
myself,
You
okay? Or maybe
shameful.
girls were around and watched it with my friends in the friend zone. Yeah, thanks a
Mm.
lot. Yeah, sorry I didn't look like, an Iron Man at age
I can't
14.
believe you freaking watched Dawson's Creek, man. That is a hot find and take for the show.
It was great. I saved it for the end so that way
Yeah,
everybody could
that's
listen to the end. And
that's huge. This is going clip. I
that
think this is the one we're gonna try to
no,
promote.
you better not promote with this one.
Yeah,
This one's
yeah.
awful.
Did your father know you watched Dawson's Creek? Do
Dawson's
you
Creek. He
have the
doesn't even
full
know.
box set
He
at
doesn't even
home?
know, bro.
Do you
Dawson's
have the
Creek.
box
Do you
set?
know how Dawson's Creek ended?
Hopefully with them all walking off the dock and not coming up for air.
No, bro. The chick, she died. One of the friends, she like dies of cancer, and she
Oh,
leaves
that's
the tape
sad.
for her daughter. Like she like records herself. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, you remember that?
You just spoiled the show, bro. I
Nobody
was gonna
even watch
watch
it.
it.
You're not gonna watch this show. You probably start
But
crying. They use big
literally,
vocabulary like you do, like big words. They're like, big word, big word, big word. 16 years old, and I'm like, what did they? I had to look up. Have my dictionary next to me to look up every word.
Okay. You know which one, honestly, like I really never had much of anybody like talk about or watch regularly, but like Katie has kind of on her back burner. It'll like show up and like I just woke up this morning to it
Yeah,
was
whatever. You
she's
watch it.
playing Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I never watched that one.
And I didn't, but there's so many big actors nowadays that were on that show in the past.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's the
Seventh.
girl? The big girl from the Ghostbusters movie. She's like really funny.
Leslie Jones?
Not Leslie
No.
Jones, the bigger uh
Is it like Fat Amy?
Identity Thief. She was in that too.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was
So,
on the Gilmore Girls.
yes. I think that was like her first gig. And
Wow.
guess who else, bro?
Uh,
Like there's so many.
I don't know,
I
dude.
want to say it was Ron Swanson I've seen on there.
Ron Swanson was on
Yes.
Gilmore Girls. He
Yes.
did he like the girl or something or
No, I
the
think he was
mom?
like, they had these like towny type people that they interacted with regularly. So they had these like bit people like that. Like God, I can't think of the woman's name. That's the actress who's so big now. People are gonna kill us for that one. She is huge. But she was like a cook or something, or like owned a restaurant, so they would like always hang out with her and talk to her.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the other show that I'd watched too was Seventh Heaven was a big
Oh,
one.
dude, that one kind of gave me the
Seventh
ick.
Heaven.
Honestly, I mean, again, the main patriarch in that show is like
Yeah, he's a you know he was a
he's a bad
he's a
person.
bad dude. He was messing
Yeah.
around with young people, and that's not
Mm-hmm.
good. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I didn't know that till later. It wasn't like I was
Well,
watching it. Hey, let's turn this
right.
on.
I know, but I just kind of felt like, again, growing up, going to church practically 6 days a week, and then getting confirmed in the Lutheran church and all this other stuff too. It's kind of like the last thing I wanted to do was get preached at again. Like when I was just watching TV, I kind of just want some cool stuff to happen.
Were they Lutheran? They're probably Lutheran, weren't they? There's
No,
a
but
Lutheran church.
Jessica Biel was on it, so I would
Oh yeah,
watch it, here and there if somebody else was watching. But didn't really like that show.
whatever, dude. You know you watched it by yourself. We know.
Bro, which one do you think I would be on? I just
You?
want you to try to tell me, and we'll.
What was the one with like?
Fat Albert?
Yeah, bro, definitely for
That was
sure.
like a little cartoon on the Cosby Show, dude,
Oh,
or
sorry,
something
dude.
like
I thought
that.
the Cosby Show. That's the one I think you'd be on
The
for
Cosby, he
sure.
was a doctor.
Yep, you'd
He
be
did
you'd
play a
be his
doctor.
friend. Yep, that's the one. Friend on the
Yeah,
Cosby
I
Show
don't know about now. I've met Bill Cosby,
or the Gilmore. Or no,
and I
no.
met one of the Gilmore Girls
What?
too.
No, 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 not the
I didn't
Gilmore.
meet her.
What was the four old ladies? Um, like in the 80s,
Dude, Golden Girls are
Golden Girls,
freaking.
dude. That's who
That's a
you'd be
deep
on.
cut that people just don't realize nowadays.
Golden
I
Girls,
actually was
dude.
like, what is this show? These ladies are hilarious. You know which one I watched that you probably won't know is what's it? Southern Designing Women.
No, never heard of
Yeah,
it.
I'm telling you,
No.
like my parents were really into that show, and it was like a Golden Girls for like Southern cosmopolitan women, and it was these like four girls, and they had this one gay guy friend, and it was kind of funny too.
Man, yeah, never heard of it.
Murphy Brown?
Murphy Brown. I remember Murphy Brown. Yeah, we watched Murphy Brown.
No, I would live
Uh,
in Seinfeld
I wasn't
for
a big
for
Seinfeld
sure.
person. Seinfeld it's more, I guess,
Everybody for us was Friends. My parents
Friends.
loved Seinfeld, and it got me into it, and now like the thing is friends don't jokes don't stay. Whereas like anybody who is a big Seinfeld person, you can still make Seinfeld jokes and
Yeah, I
references.
wouldn't know any of them. My culture, even though I look white, being a Hispanic, not too many Hispanics were watching Seinfeld. So I don't think I say it right. Is it Field? Seinfeld? Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, bro.
Seinfeld,
Come
right? Nobody
on.
was watching.
There's not a lot of like a like Jewish and Latin crossover culture.
I don't think so, dude. I didn't see many
No.
Latins on the Seinfeld show. I didn't think there was very many on that show. But Home Improvement was a big one that we watched. Home Improvement,
Improvement. Yeah, dude.
whatever he
Yeah.
did. That was a big one. And then Home Improvement, Family Matters, Full House. What was the other one that was around that time? The one with oh, what's his name? That was on. That's right now on. The Price is Right. Drew Carey, the Drew Carey show.
Yes,
I was a
dude.
big Drew
What was the
Carey.
name of the woman?
Gosh, I don't know.
Mimi.
Mimi,
Yes,
yeah,
Mimi with that freaking like clown makeup
that's
that she
right,
had
dude.
on,
They
dude.
used to talk so much crap to each other.
That had a few good seasons, I thought, and then it kind of.
Yeah, I watched that. Grace Under Fire. I watched that one too.
Grace Under Fire, dude. This
Oh,
is like hitting some like really deep
these are
neurons in
old.
my
These are
brain.
old,
Yeah.
dude. I'm not. We're not young spring chickens anymore. We're not.
Grace Under Fire.
Grace
I
Under
haven't
Fire,
heard
bro.
that phrase in like years.
Grace Under Fire. Back in the day. I don't know what
So
happened to her.
that's where we should leave it tonight. Is here is a list of amazing sitcoms for your viewing pleasure. Because I'm always asking for what should I watch or what should I binge. I think those shows are great. I don't know if I'd want to binge it all day, but those are some good
Yeah, but
shows
Home
actually.
Improvement, dude, like these old shows though, what they would do is now it's a big scandal. But I guess in that time if you look back at these old shows, it's like, hey, did you see? It's like, hey, did you? Yeah, Mr. Thomas was hanging out with the young crowd the other day, and then like a song comes on, and it's like, "Da-na-na," they like look over and they're like, oh gosh, no way, and then it goes to commercial.
Well, the other thing about it too is some of it has not aged well necessarily either. So that almost makes it funnier to me sometimes, though.
Yeah.
If you can take a freaking joke about how bad sometimes we were culturally about stuff, it makes it even funnier.
Exactly. Like it was bad, and
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate it one bit.
Hanging out with the wrong crowd. Hold on,
Yeah.
let's say that again real quick.
You're hanging out with the wrong crowd. Oh, yeah, just like that. For sure. For sure. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate your time tonight, Andrew. So do the
No,
listeners.
thank you for your time, Dr.
You
Martin.
tell that pretty little girl of yours, Maya, thank you
She
for
is.
letting me hang out with her daddy for a little bit.
Say something. You better say you walked in here.
Hey.
You better say something. She doesn't want to say anything.
Oh, Maya.
She walked in while the cameras are rolling, and she doesn't want to say anything. Can you tell Stuart what you want to do when you grow up?
What do you want to do, Maya?
Oh, she was wanting to tell you that she's 4.
4. She's so big, dude. You're a big girl.
You got to get on the mic, though. You got to get closer to the microphone. You what?
I can't.
She's so cute.
Oh, she can't hold it onto her brain. That's what she said. So that's how all
right. Well, there was Maya for the week.
There it is.
All right, Andrew. I feel like next Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking
wait till Monday.
Yeah, I'm thinking we go Monday next week so these ladies can enjoy getting pampered a little. Tell Kate if I don't talk to her before, then happy Mother's Day too.
Yes, tell Katie.
I will. And it's also Nurses Week this week, so tell the nurses in your life Happy Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week. Thank you for nursing. Thank you for
nursing
being a nurse.
Everybody in this world.
Thank you for nursing me. I'm not nursing, but you know.
Okay.
I gotta go. See you guys later.
So with Muscles and Malpractice family, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, take care of yourself and your growing family. Bye, guys.
Bye.